I'm Ajay. I'm one of the founders of o11. And today I'm going to be showing you guys o11 for Word. Now, as we probably talked about before, o11 is not just these add-ins. You, with o11, get access to a range of different options, whether it's in Word, Excel, PowerPoint, or our web dashboard. Inside of our web dashboard, you're able to upload as many documents as you want for your agents inside of Word, inside of Excel, and inside of PowerPoint to reference. Think of your web dashboard as a place where you could put as many documents as you want for easy reference. As you probably know, in ChatGPT and all of these different other providers, you're capped at a certain number of documents you're allowed to put into the chat before you're capped. With o11, there is no cap. You can go on and on forever. So, as an example, let's show you first our o11 dashboard. As an example, before this recording, I made a deal for NAP. If we go to our main page inside of o11, we can view all of our deals. We could create some even, and all we have to do is enter a name, or we could just go inside of an existing deal. What this is, a deal is, or an engagement is a place where you can store as many documents, as much information as you want to. We can go over into our data room and we could link some of our cloud storage providers if we want o11 to be able to read those. We can choose from Dropbox, Google Drive, OneDrive, Box, S3, and so many more. If you have a cloud storage provider that you use day to day and you want linked, we'd be more than happy to add it as soon as possible. But as an example, I uploaded a few documents, a few XLSX spreadsheets, and a few use case libraries, etc., for our recent clinical trial data. This is all mock data and example data and stuff I could find online. But as an example, inside of Word, we can try asking o11 to draft a press release announcing our latest clinical trial results for NAP, include key data points and other relevant data. That's all we have to send. Your prompt could be as specific or as basic as possible. An example here, we did a relatively basic prompt, but you could do as complex as you'd like. So now what o11 is doing is it's reading the files that we have uploaded right inside of our data room, understanding each and every one of them, reading them thoroughly, and looking for information that might be relevant to the question we're asking. Now it made a to-do list of things it should do to accomplish this goal. The goal today is creating a press release. Created a few of these objectives that it wants to follow, like creating a heading, deadline, dateline, headline, lead paragraph, all the way down to an about section with contacts and a footer. You could really customize what o11 does in these cases and how it makes a to-do list based off of how you normally structure documents. You can do that by creating skills, and we'll show you that in another video. But here's an example of a press release being written right inside of my Word document. Awesome. And you could follow along with it for each document it creates. You could also specify fonts, titles, headings, structure, font colors, size of text, and a number of other things that you might want to vary in the document. You could structure that right by telling the prompt, telling o11 what to do. Now it's updating the document. It's giving subtitles to each of these Brooklyn Phase 3 trials. Again, this is some mock data that we pulled from the internet, but you can also ask o11 to search the web for you or search other deals for you. You can also segregate those deals. As an example, we have selected NAP, but you could choose really any one of any data room that you want to. You could separate it by type, you could separate it by month, you could separate it by category. It's really very limitless. Now it's adding some pipeline and management quotes as per the to-do list. Awesome. Great. And now it just finished up telling us exactly what data, the core data, it outputted and what to update the memo on. But there might be some things that o11 produces, or even in your existing documents, that you might want to revise or redline. o11 does and makes this very, very easy. What you can do right inside of o11 is simply ask it by selecting a group of text that you want to change. Can you rephrase this to make it more customer focused? Now, what o11 is going to do is it's going to read the block of selected text. As you can see, you have a preview of the selected text right here, and prepare to edit the document, as you can see, and edit that block of text. Just like that, it redlines just like how you normally would redline, right inside of Word. It could also pull more information from online when redlining, and you could ask it to be as specific or as broad as you want. Now, this is a very broad scope range of what you can use o11 for, and I'm excited to talk to you in person, in Zoom conversations, and through these videos to communicate all the abilities that o11 is able to do. Thank you.